Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to take a look at how I designed this pastries flyer in Adobe Photoshop. So about a year ago, I made a video tutorial on how to design this particular pastries flyer using Adobe Photoshop, right? But then I got to realize that most of the people who watched that video did not really understand what was going on because there was no voiceover to guide you on how to do this and how to do that. So it was very difficult for those who watched that particular video to replicate and then to follow along with the video. And so this particular video is going to be a breakdown on how I designed this pastries flyer. All right, now I'm going to link the actual video in the description of this video so you can go and watch that video before you even proceed to watch this one, or better still, you can watch this video and then go and watch that one. All right, so the first thing I did was to set up my canvas size. All right, so let's give our project a name. All right, this is going to be pastries flyer design. You can always give it a name after you are done designing, but I always prefer to give my project a name before I even start. And then we are going to leave the rate at 8, and then the height at 10, which is the exact measurements or the canvas size I used in that video. So from here, let's click on create. Now the next thing I did was to drag and drop on this particular image here. So this is the image. All right, so I'm going to drag and drop it here like this. Good. Then I'm going to adjust the size of it. All right, so I'm going to position it here like this, and then click on this guy and then rasterize the image. And then from here, head over to the image tab right here, click on image, and then go to adjustment and then click on the color balance, and then you toggle the mid tones under the tone balance, and then change the cyan to 73, a plus of 73. All right, 73 is okay. Then click on OK. Now from here, you are going to add a shape. All right, so drag and drop your shape like this, and then let's change the color code to this particular color code, which is 79111C, and then click on OK. All right, now let's rasterize the shape. So rasterize the shape and then grab our eraser tool. All right, this is our eraser tool, and then let's make sure you select the soft round brush and then keep the size at 2000 pixels. All right, this increase the size of the brush, and then we are going to apply it here like this. Okay, all right, I think this is okay for me. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to reduce the opacity from 100% to actually 50%, or let's keep it at 60 will do. Click on OK. Good. Now from here, the next thing I did was to drag and drop in this shape right here. So I just drag this shape because I had already worked on that shape, right, on this particular shape. So I just drag and then dropped it like this. So I'm going to stretch it out. All right, and then position it on somewhere here like this. It's okay. This is what I did. But then in this video, we are going to use another alternative, which is the pen tool. So let's toggle the visibility for this shape, and then let's use the pen tool. First, let's create a new layer. All right, and then let's use the pen tool. So we are going to draw the shape that I imported earlier on. So just put your pen tool here, right, and then make a click, and then click at least halfway to the working space. All right, I believe you are getting what I'm saying. Click and then just drag it like this, adjust the pen tool like this. All right, and then click here, somewhere here, and then also adjust it like this. You just have to be careful with what you are doing. And then you close it from here like that. All right, now this is the same as the shape that we imported. This is the shape, and then this is the shape that we use the pencil to draw. All right, so from here, then what I'm going to do is to duplicate this shape. So on your keyboard, press on Ctrl+J twice. Now let's get rid of this one. All right, and then this is what we are going to do. Change the color. Okay, so let me rename this as the beneath shape. All right, now I'm going to rename this middle shape, and then rename this as the top shape. All right, good. So what we are going to do is to change the color to whites like this, and then click on OK. All right, and then we are going to, with the arrow key on your keyboard, push it to the top like this. Good. All right, now from here, select the top shape, and then click on FX, and then click on gradient overlay. All right, now this is what we are going to do. So change the color of this one to 290C11, and then click on OK, and then change the location to 14. All right, and then let's count here. You're also going to change the color to 7F111C, and then click on OK, and then I'm going to change the location to 73, and then click on OK. Now we are going to keep the style at linear, and then change the angle from 0 to minus 170. All right, and then click on OK. Now we are going to pull this down with our arrow key like this, neatly, not too big. Okay, I think this is okay. All right, now let's select the middle shape, and then click on FX. Let's click on gradient overlay. All right, and then with this one, with the middle shape, because we've already done the color adjustment to the top shape, we are going to maintain the style at linear, keep the angle at minus 170 degrees, and then just change the colors to C20, E00, and I'm going to click on OK. And then mind you, we are using the same locations. All right, so let's click on this guy too, and then you are going to change the color from this to F78103, and then click on OK. The same location, click on OK, and then click on OK. Nice. Now I'm just going to do the adjustments. All right, so I'm going to pull this down a little bit, and then push the beneath shape a little to the top like this. Good, this is awesome. Then we are going to group all of this. So let's group this. All right, drag it to the folder icon here, and then I'm going to rename this as the background, right, just to keep our workflow very organized. All right, now mind you that earlier on I told you that in the original video, what I did is that I just dragged and then dropped the shape because I had already worked on the shape earlier. But then in this particular breakdown, I just wanted to show you how you can do that in case you want to get your own shape, right? And then you can do that. So from here, the next thing I'm going to do is to put in our guide. So just going to drag this, and then let me put it here. Drag the second one, should be here. All right, and then last one should be somewhere here. All right, now you can also use the correct way of adding or setting your guides, where you go to view, and then you go to new guide, and then you input in your guide figures. But because this is a breakdown, I'm not going to waste so much time. That is why I added the guides this way. All right, now let's drag this one to the bottom like this. All right, now at this moment, the next thing I did was to add my text and then other resources. All right, but I'm not going to do that in this video because, like I said earlier on, this is just the breakdown. and also it's very easy for everybody to add text in Photoshop. I mean, we all know how to add text, but then we're going to move on to the next thing, which in my opinion I think was the most challenging thing for most of you. So from here, the next thing we're going to do is to add our shape. All right, just right click, go to your shape, and then select the ellipse tool. Yeah, ellipse tool. Now on your keyboard, press and hold the shift key to drag and then draw a perfect circle like this. I am using Adobe Photoshop 2020. I don't know the version you are using, but if you're using Adobe Photoshop 2020, if you want to get a perfect circle, you have to press and hold the shift whilst you drag your shape. Right, now that I have this in place, I'm going to duplicate it. So Ctrl+G, right, and I'm going to change the color to white like this, and then decrease the size, then white. Now I want all of you watching this particular Pastry flyer breakdown to pay a very close attention to this part, because this is where most people got it confusing. All right, so I'm just going to increase the size and it's a bit like this, and you see, I think this is good for me. All right, now let's select both shapes, right click on it, and then click on rasterize layers, right click on it, and then again, and then click on merge layers. Now what I'm going to do is to go to your eraser tool, select the magic eraser tool, then we are going to get rid of the middle part, which is the white circle. So click to get rid of it, and then this is what we are going to do. So grab your polygonal lasso tool, which is this one, and then let's see if you can add some guys to it. Let's see. So I'm going to put one here, and then put one also here like this. Okay, let me put this at the top like this. All right, and then put this one also here. Good. So this will help us to do the cutting. All right, so grab your polygonal lasso tool, and then from here, or let's select the shape. From here, this part to this part to cut. All right, and then it comes to this part to this part, and then you also cut. And then let's close it up here like this, and then right click on it, and then click on layer via cut. Now let's get rid of the upper part like that. Good. The reason why I added the guides before cutting off the upper part of the shape was because I wanted to get an accurate cutting. All right, you can just go ahead and then do it straightforward, but I think this is way better. Now let's get rid of these two. Right, now what I'm going to do is to stretch up this shape a little bit. So select the shape, press and hold the shift key on our keyboard, and then move it up like this, stretch it up like this. Okay, I think this is okay for me. Good. Now from here, the next thing I'm going to do is to go to our shapes again. So select the shape. This time around we are selecting the rectangle tool, and then draw a rectangle shape like this. All right, let me see. Okay, now this is what we are going to do. Click on this guy at the properties button here, give it a stroke of white, and then let's increase the size to, okay, I think 6 and 5. Okay, you can leave it at 6 or 5, but I'm going to go in for 5. Right, now look here, you see this small button here, toggle it off. Now if you click on it, or you toggle this button on, it means that whatever thing you're going to input here is going to affect all the size. All right, let's toggle it off, and then change this to 50 pixels. Let's see, 50 pixels is okay. Then do 60 and see. Okay, 60 pixels is okay. Right, and this is what you are going to do. Rasterize the shape, rasterize, and then we are going to get rid of the top. So select your rectangular mark tool. You can also use the polygonal as such, but then I think this will work best. So select the rectangular mark tool and then get rid of the top like this. Right click on it, click on layer via cut, then let's delete it like this. Good. Now what I'm going to do is to position this very well. So I'm going to put it here. Go to adjust it like this, like this, and then put it right here. So let me increase the size a little bit. We'll see something gets through. You can increase the size, and then what we are going to do is to press on Ctrl+J to duplicate. All right, and then I'm going to also adjust it like this to the right side. Now on your keyboard, press on Ctrl+T to transform. Right click on it, and then we are going to flip on horizontal, and then we are going to adjust it like this. Correct. Let me position it very well like this, and then click on this guy. Awesome. And the next thing I did was also to bring in another shape like this. So a shape, and then just like we did for the first shape, let's turn off the color fill, give it a stroke of white, change the stroke style to this one, and change the size to 6, right? Was it 6 or 5? Okay, I think we use 5. And then this time around, we are going to toggle this button here, and then change everything from 0 pixels to 50. And we use 40. See, okay, I'm just going to keep it at 40. And then this is what we are going to do. So I'm going to rotate it like this. All right, and then increase the size a little bit. And then I'm also going to increase the size for both of these. Alright, so I'm going to select all of them because I want accuracy, and then increase them all together like that. Click on this guy, and I'm going to adjust it like that. Alright, just pay attention very well. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me put this to the side. Let's have it. All right, so I think this is good for me. All right, now from here, the next thing I'm going to do is to rasterize the shape, and then go to the polygonal lasso tool, and then let's get rid of this part as well from here to this side. Okay, and then somewhere here is okay for me. Right, and then on your keyboard, press on delete, deselect. Good. Now that we have all of this in place, I'm just going to go ahead and then divide this into different segments, because that is how you were able to insert the images in the segment. So I'm just going to divide this into different segments. So select the shape, select your polygonal lasso tool, right, and then we are going to divide it into 6 segments starting from here. So let me write something. Okay, so this is the first one. Right click on it, and then click on layer via cut. Let's select the original one. Okay, so let me turn this one off. All right, so we don't get confused. And then I'm going to also cut this on. Okay, yeah, we are cut, turn it off, select the original one, and then I'm going to right click, yeah, black cut, turn it off, yeah, we are cut, turn it off, and then let's divide this into 2. Right, good. Now let's bring everything back All right, and then this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit like this. Okay. All right, now from here, the next thing I did was to insert my images. All right, but then I'm not going to do that in this particular video because I believe we all know how to insert images into segments by now. If you've been following me, I teach how to insert images into shapes. All right, so I'm not going to do that. The next thing I'm going to do is to join these two shapes together, this one and then this one. Now in the original video, what I did was to bring in a shape like this. All right, and then I change the color to white. Okay, follow me. And then rotate it like this. I rotated it like this, and then I placed it here. All right, this is what I did, and then I adjusted it to look very, very perfect. But in this video, we're not going to do or use that method, so let's get rid of this one. Now what we can do is to use the pen tool like we used earlier on. So create a new layer and then select your pen tool. Let the pen tool, select your pen tool. Now when you select your pen tool, make sure that this part here is on shape. Most of the times you realize that the selection will be on path, which won't work if you are going to draw a shape, right? So it should be on shape, and then from here to here, this is what we're going to do. You draw a line, and then from here to this part too, draw another line like this. All right, now let's see if we can adjust this a little bit for perfection. Good. Now let's change the color to white. Then this is going to be way better than using the shape. All right, if you take your time and then you do it accurately, you're going to get a perfect shape right there. Now after doing this, what I did was to add my shapes like this, another shapes like this. All right, and then with this toggle on, change the edges. Let's say 40 pixels, change it to white. All right, rotated it like this, and I placed it right in the middle like this, and then I duplicated it like this, right, and then fixed or put it in all the shapes. All right, then I duplicated it again and then put it here like that. All right, so basically this is what I did, and then from here I added everything that I needed to add. All right, so I'm going to end the video here because I have covered almost the part that seemed difficult or challenging to replicate. So thank you so much. If you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. That alone keeps me going, and then it helps me create more content. Until I can wait another Photoshop tutorial, I'm out.